So what you're going to see here is our TKT 021 timing belt kit. It's going to come with the water pump timing belt. It's going to come with the water pump gasket, hydraulic tensioner, and all the bearings and all the pulleys that you need to do this. I opted to go with the kit that replaces the tensioner. I don't like reusing timing belt tensioners. Never have. Sure, can you reset it in a vise? Yes, but I always advise against it. Now, before you start digging into your engine, there's a couple things you're going to want to do. Number one, make sure there's no oil in it. We went ahead and drained the oil. Toyota and Lexus, on all of their engines, they put block drains. So just drain your block. There's going to be one here on the right side and another one here on the left. We went ahead and did that. There's no coolant in this, so we're not going to have any surprises. So let's throw you on a time lapse and start tearing this thing apart. So we're basically at a point here, we got the whole timing system just about exposed. So now we're gonna go ahead and spin this engine around, and I'll show you exactly what we're looking for when we get there. There's a little nipple here on the timing cover that we need to line up. So the first thing you're gonna find is top dead center, and then you're gonna spin it another 45 degrees until your timing mark on the crank lines up with that nipple. So what you're going to see here is this little line here that's painted red, and the T. You're going to see the same thing here. Now you'll notice it's not exactly on. I'll explain a little bit more of that in detail in just a moment. And then you'll see the crank here is lined up with that little nipple. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead. I have a white paint pen here. I'm going to go ahead and just mark everything before I remove the crank pulley, and then we can remove the crank pulley and take the rest of the timing components apart. So we got our crank pulley off. You don't necessarily need a puller to pull these off, but it does help. What I generally will do is I'll spray it with PB Blaster. I'll let it sit for like 10 minutes, and then I'll strike it with a dead blow, side to side, up and down, side to side, up and down, a couple times, and then you just grab it and give it a little wiggle and it'll slide off. That's what we ended up doing here. But at this point, we can go ahead and remove this hydraulic tensioner, and that will take tension off the belt, and we can remove the belt. Make sure you save those bolts. You will need to reuse them. But now you'll see our belt can now be removed. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead, remove the tensioner pulley here. I'm going to remove the idler pulley, and then we can remove the water pump. So this is ultimately where we decided to leave off for the night. We got the whole timing belt system stripped down. So, you know, the water pump's off, idler pulley's off, tensioner pulley's off, the tensioner's out. With these timing marks that we chose to use, there's two different ways that you can do these timing belt jobs. You could set this dot and that white notch there up to here. You can set this one up to here, and then you would set your crank pulley with this little notch right there to that notch, and that would be true top dead center. Now the only, what I'll say, problem with doing that is you have the number one piston at top dead center, and the cams are spring loaded at that point. So if this cam were to decide, hey, I don't like where I'm at, and spring back, you could potentially have piston to valve contact there. So it's safer to do it this way. We're going to be relying on the marks on the belt. We're going to line the marks on the belt up. Right cam is going to line up here. Left cam is going to line up here on this one. And then basically what you do down here is you're going to have three different, there's going to be 6 slashes. So there's going to be 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. And they all kind of line up on this timing mark, this little threaded insert here, and then your bush knock or the pin. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and reinstall the water pump. As I'm doing more of this job here, I don't want anything falling into the engine block. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to slide the O-ring here onto this coolant nipple. That is the bypass hose that goes out to the back of the engine for the heater core. And then we're just going to use some emery cloth and we're going to clean up the mating surface basically for where the water pump sits. We're just going to use some of this 3M Scotch-Brite here. It's nice and easy, very easy on the metal, and it'll clean it up. And then, like I said, water pump here with the gasket, and then we're going to torque everything down to 13 foot-pounds. So we got the surface here all nice and cleaned up. We went ahead and installed the O-ring on that bypass tube I was showing you. I just wanted to show you this water pump gasket. Toyota does a really nice job with these. They rubber line these, so you really can't mess this up. As long as you get this decently clean, you're not going to have a problem. So now we're just going to go ahead and slide our gasket up over the studs that are remaining, and then slide the gasket over the 2 dowels. What we are going to do is spray some silicone spray on this O-ring up here, just so that it slides onto the pump better and we know it seals. And you'll feel the O-ring seat when it seats. It's undeniable. You'll kind of feel it kind of slip on. Now they do provide us with new bolts with the kit, which is really nice. And I have our water pump here with all of the bolts that were in it. I left them in place so I knew exactly what ones went where. So I'm going to go ahead, get the new ones, put them all in, and we'll torque them down. These new belts, as long as you get an Aisin kit with the Mitsubishi belt, yes, that's correct, Mitsubishi, they are going to be marked. So you're going to line your left cam up with your left cam timing mark and the dot, your right cam up with the right cam timing mark and the dot. And then when you come down here to the crank, it gets a little bit more complicated, but it is pretty easy. These 2 hash marks here are going to line up with your keyway. These 2 are going to line up with this threaded hole. And then this, where it says crank, is going to line up there with the dot for the crank timing mark. So at this point, we can go ahead and install our tensioner. Again, you saw we went with a new tensioner. We did not want to chance it with a used one. So we're going to go ahead, thread it in. It is in here in our kit. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get all of your slack on this side of the belt. So you can put your pulley on and just give the crank a little nudge just to tighten up this side of the belt. You go ahead and pull your pin, and that will tension your timing belt. And just like that, we can now go ahead and pull our pin. Our tensioner is now tight. We torqued this bolt down to 32 foot-pounds and this one down to 32 foot-pounds. And we also did not forget the washer behind the tensioner. Super important. So now I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to throw the crank pulley on very quickly, and I'm just going to rotate this engine over twice, make sure everything looks good. This time around, I'm going to line it up to top dead center. So the traditional timing marks, and we're going to check it out, make sure everything's good. Now, once you make your 2 rotations, the notches that you made on the belt or that came on the belt are not going to line up. So you're just going to look for your timing marks. You're going to look for that little dot there with the notch on the crank pulley. You're going to go ahead and look at the line on the cam, and then you're going to do the same thing with this cam. So that's 2 rotations. This engine's in time. We're good to go. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go basically in reverse, throw all of our timing covers back on. And here's how you're going to route your belt. It's the standard GS430 routing, except instead of having a power steering pump there, you have a delete bracket. So everything's good with the world here. The belt is all set. Our timing covers are on. And I did end up going with an Aisin SKT006. This is a timing cover gasket kit, and it actually comes with cam seals and a front crank seal. So I'll leave that in the video description below. The seals are literally the same exact seals that I got from Toyota, so you can save yourself some money. I'm now learning this, that, you know, hindsight is 2020. I could save you guys some money, but in this case, I'm not going to save any for myself. So shame on me. I'm over here telling you guys we're done and we forgot one of the last parts, and that's reinstalling the thermostat housing. So you're going to install the O-ring from your timing belt kit here on the part that is going to slide into the hole, and then you're going to clean this up and reseal this with some RTV. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to spray a little bit of silicone in there and wipe it in. That way this gasket slides in nice and easy, or this O-ring, and then we'll be all done. Okay, so very, very carefully here, we're going to go ahead and slide this into place, and we're going to go ahead and torque these down to 13 foot-pounds. That's 1-3. Now you have one last bolt here for your timing cover, and it's a little 10mm. I'm just going to run it in with the gun. It's probably like 5 foot-pounds or something like that. So with that being said, we hope this video interested you, helped you. Hopefully you guys stick around to see this thing go into the Subaru. We're super excited. We're still waiting on a couple of small things, but this long block is now completely refreshed and ready to drop into the car. If this interested you, again, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned. I'm going to try my best to put all the torque specs and everything. I made a little cheat sheet. I'll drop it somewhere in the video. You know what? I'll drop it right here. And hopefully, you guys stick around, and we'll see you on the next one.